Guys, I want to come back to you. I want to show you a video about just how dishonest the liberal media, the leftist media is. And in this clip, it's from the Young Turks Network, and they're commenting on an interview that the Breakfast Club did with Mayor Eric Adams. Watch this.
Hold him accountable. The appearance took place 4 days after police officer Jonathan Diller was fatally shot as he conducted a traffic stop on March 25th, becoming the first NYPD officer to be killed in the line of duty in 2 years. And as several other violent episodes have plagued the city's subways in recent weeks. Diller was killed after he and his partner were investigating an illegally parked SUV when the suspect, identified as 34-year-old Guy Rivera, pictured there, emerged from the passenger side and fatally shot Diller, despite the officer wearing a bulletproof vest. Diller's partner wounded Rivera and disarmed him before Rivera was booked on several charges, including first-degree murder. Now, during the sit-down, Olay defended a progressive new law in New York that allows cashless bail for suspects, asserting that most people released from jail under this ordinance do not get rearrested. A stance that did not sit well with Republicans in the aftermath of Diller's slaying. The interview took a heated turn when she used Diller's death to describe the murder of police officers as a rare occurrence nationwide, while asserting that New York City police officers had killed a number of civilians during the first 3 months of 2024. Atlanta Black Star with the details, but we want you to see it for yourself.
Yep, it is rare. It's very rare for a cop to be killed in the line of duty. That's kind of the point. That is kind of the point. Again, give the guy some respect. Give them time to mourn. Again, this guy laid down his life to defend New York City, and that includes your ass. But you don't care. You want to talk about the 31 people that died or whatever because of cops shooting them or whatever. We have to understand the majority of cop shootings are justified. They're being attacked by somebody a lot of times with a weapon. We have to understand that. But they didn't tell you that kind of stuff. They're like, oh, what about these poor 31 people and what about that poor 19-year-old that got killed in Queens and whatever? And again, you'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. They try to pass off the story as, we get to feel sorry for some guy that got killed by the cops. And you find out it's not what you think. But again, that's what the point is of this video. They're not telling the truth. They're surely not.
Commit a crime and you're rearrested, that you bail can and will be set on you. So that's the first thing. Second of all, they have conducted multiple studies, but the Brennan Center literally just put out one. Less than 2% of anybody in New York City that's released on bail is rearrested for any violent crime. More importantly, in the same breath that you want to sensationalize me, want to highlight and point out, an officer was killed the other day, which is a rare occurrence across the United States, but let alone in New York. New York police officers have killed at least 7 people this year, including a 19-year-old. An NYPD officer killed a 19-year-old in Queens yesterday.
I'm not going to dismiss the loss of a life of an innocent person that wears a uniform to protect us.
But you do, of the 31 people dead at Rikers and the 19-year-old killed yesterday.
And it's a rare occurrence, it is. And again, that's what the point is. Again, give the guy some space, some time for mourning. Give people respect for what they do. Again, she's saying, they've already killed so many people this year. Are they justified? Are they justified? Again, you say, they've killed 10 people, 200 people, whatever time frame. What happened? What happened? And then she said, the guy in Queens. Again, he called the cops, called the police for help. And he wanted them dead. Why aren't you with them? And I'm going to read to you in a minute what happened. But again, we have to understand this girl is using this. Again, she's not a hero. She's not good. She's not nice. She's not kind. She's a liar.
Visit those parents that lose their loved ones to violence.
Are you visiting the family of
you do that?
First of all, yes, I did. I held a right. I represented hundreds.
You went to visit the family members of a slain officer?
No, not the slain officer.
Okay, of course you did.
No, but what about the 19-year-old that was killed yesterday by NYPD in Queens when he called for help? Have you said anything about that? Are you visiting them?
Yeah,
Guys, I want to see what happened in Queens that she said Eric Adams should have been there to console the family. NYPD officers shot and killed a man in Queens after he allegedly came at the officers with a pair of scissors Wednesday afternoon. Police said it started when the 19-year-old man called 911 for himself, saying that he was experiencing a mental health crisis. It ended in his death. Police said they were initially called to a two-family home on 103rd Street off 101st Avenue in Ozone Park around 1:30 for reports of an emotionally disturbed person inside. Police said officers found the man on the second floor of the building, and when they tried to take him into custody, they say he grabbed a pair of scissors and came at the officers. The police deployed their stun guns, which worked, but they said the man's mother came to his aid and accidentally knocked the prongs off of him. Again, do we not understand what happens when people try to take up for people or try to make things easier on people? Again, disaster. At this point, the male picked up the scissors again, came at our officers, and they had no choice but to defend themselves, discharging their firearms. Again, this girl apparently didn't understand. She didn't get it. But again, what else doesn't she seem to get? Well, the majority of police shootings are justified.
Look, can the truth just be what we go with? I didn't hear anywhere in there her disrespect the memory of Officer Diller. I didn't hear that. It may be uncomfortable for some to hear. I don't know why it would be. She said that the killing line of duty police officers rare. Those are the words she used in a sentence. And I haven't heard anyone argue with those facts. Instead, officer up here, civilian, usually a person of color, not as valuable. That's the point she's making. She didn't say that he deserved it, the officer fallen in the line of duty. She does this. This is rhetoric because you don't want to answer to facts and truth and people who are suffering because of your policies.
Again, guys, it's rare. It is rare. But that's kind of the point. We have to have time to mourn the cop, to respect the cop for what the cop did. He laid down his life. The family at home, he laid his life down. And again, it's not even close to being true as far as putting the cops up here and put the criminals down here. It's not even close to being true. Not even close. Again, you're proving you're right here. You're saying, hey, this poor kid in Queens, again, he came at the cops with a pair of big metal scissors. You can look it up. He came at the cops for those. They have pictures. But they pulled out their tasers. They tasered him. But when the mother intervened to help out her poor son, she knocked the prongs or whatever off her son. And the son picked up the scissors and came back at the cops. They had no choice. But yeah, we put the cops way up here and the criminals way in here. No, don't. Especially when they're people of color. Especially. But again, we got to buy into this narrative. We got to feel sorry for criminals, especially if they're black and brown. No, we don't.
19-year-old Olay was referring to was Wynn Rosario, whom NYPD cops fatally shot as the teen was in mental distress after he called 911 on himself, right? Looking for help. The police shot Rosario as he was wielding scissors in his Queens home. His family is now calling for justice over what they believe is wrongful killing. That's what she wanted. Why not visit the teen's family? Show some empathy there.
But again, the narrative is that poor kid, he was under distress. And again, that's what they do. This is truly what they do. They're lying directly to your face. They're telling you, again, we got to feel sorry for him. We got to feel sorry for the young man coming at the cops with a knife, basically, with a weapon, a pair of big metal shears. Again, you can look it up. They have pictures of them. But again, we got to feel sorry for him. And again, they use their tasers initially. But the mother tried to get involved. Which again is what the issue is. Like this activist lawyer getting involved. And again, wanted to have no bail and everything else for. No. Do we not understand? It's not going to lead to good things. Just like the mother trying to get involved, running to his aid. Oh, I can help him. And again, wound up getting him killed. But guys, man, if you would, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Thanks. You son of a.